Today, Shiba Inu is ablaze. Analysts are dropping their signals, consumers are cheering, and the price seems to be continuing to rise. This appears to be because the entire Shiba Inu community was suddenly stunned by the US government. There are around 41 trillion Shiba Inus in the wild. Is this something else entirely, or is this the beginning of the bull run we've been hoping for? Let me clarify. Disclaimer. The good news is that today is finally a great day for Shiba Inus. The price suddenly decided to take off after what seemed like an endless series of ups and downs, soaring by about 10% and wiping out all of the previous day's losses. 10% isn't that much, you might be thinking, but believe me when I say that it is a significant amount, especially in light of the recent instability. It has been quite the roller coaster over the last several days. Shiba Inu appeared to be holding firm at one point, but then it began to dip sharply, sending people into a panic. In all honesty, it seemed as though no one knew what would happen next because of the extreme instability. Would it continue to fall? Would there be another abrupt change? You could sense the market's dread and the uncertainty that pervaded everything. Today, however, is different. The atmosphere has changed entirely. Finally, things have begun to level off, and rather than another tense plunge, we experienced a pleasant, firm push higher rather than a slight bounce. This one really seems to have some weight to it, the kind that causes investors to release their breath after holding it for a while. You know how it feels to have a little calm for the first time in a long time after everything has been complete chaos? It feels like that today. People are finally able to take a step back, consider the wider picture, and choose their next course of action without feeling totally overwhelmed as the panic that has been hovering over the market gradually fades. Today is a unique time where everyone can finally breathe. No panic or anxiety, just a sigh of relief as Shiba Inu regains its footing and begins ascending again. Of course, anything may happen because it's still cryptocurrency. The problem is that this pricing change caused significant upheaval rather than only providing respite. Shiba Inu is on the verge of something enormous. According to the charts, one analyst even noted, "We're talking about more than just a little rally, you know." According to him, Shiba Inu is preparing for a significant breakthrough. Everything is setting up for something significant, including the price's trajectory and the momentum it is gaining. In a positive sense, it's similar to the quiet before the storm. Shiba Inu might not be merely recuperating, but it might be preparing to blow out if the charts are correct. The problem is that you may be questioning what's really happening. Why is Shiba Inu climbing all of a sudden? Where is the source of all this excitement? It's not just Shiba Inus making moves, though, if we zoom out and see the wider scene. Bitcoin is also exploding right now. Bitcoin recently took off, flying beyond 94,000 after days of laboring near the lower end of its range, even dropping to depths that frightened people. The entire market is aware that the situation has fundamentally changed. And why? Donald Trump just revealed something shocking to the cryptocurrency community once more. He suddenly made a huge announcement: the establishment of a U.S. cryptocurrency reserve. This is very important. He clarified in an article on Truth Social that this reserve is intended to support the cryptocurrency sector following what he described as years of Biden administration attacks. He made it clear that well-known cryptocurrencies like XRP, Solana, and Cardano would be part of this reserve. That wasn't all, though. Next, he added, of course, Ethereum and Bitcoin will be central to the reserve as well. Oh, and he was quite explicit about how much he likes Ethereum and Bitcoin. And it doesn't even stop there. Investors are already anxiously awaiting Trump's remarks at the inaugural White House Crypto Summit, which he is scheduled to hold on Friday. However, his framing of this is what truly makes this stand out. A cryptocurrency stockpile was discussed in the past, but that would have meant merely preserving what the government already possessed. He is now discussing an actual reserve, though, which implies active purchasing and long-term planning. The U.S. creating a Bitcoin reserve has been a topic of increasing discussion since Trump's re-election, and this excitement has driven Bitcoin to all-time highs. However, things got halted when he issued an executive order on cryptocurrency back in January. However, the market is already booming back to life as this recent statement flicked the switch once more. Naturally, Shiba Inu follows closely following Bitcoin when it makes a significant move. Today's price activity is evidence that something significant is brewing, and the excitement, buzz, and confidence boost are all contributing to Shiba Inu's ascent. The problem is, what about Shiba Inu? Lucy, the chief marketer for the Shiba Inu team, has some thoughts on the matter. The Shiba Inu team is keeping a close eye on the situation and anticipates that the U.S. government will take into account including Shiba Inu and BON in the digital asset reserve together with other significant cryptocurrencies. Lucy referred to Trump's declaration as great news for the entire crypto space. It would be a huge deal if Shiba Inu's ecosystem coins were eventually included in this reserve, she hopes. Not only would that lend credibility, but it may also elevate Shiba Inu's worth to a whole new level. The U.S. would actively keep and support these cryptocurrencies, lending them more credibility, since the reserve functions similarly to any other national asset stockpile. Amid all of the excitement surrounding this, White House eye and crypto czar David Sachs gave us a hint that additional information would be released shortly. We may ultimately learn whether or not Shiba Inu and other coins could be added at the first ever crypto summit that Trump and his team are hosting in a few days. So yes, this may be quite important. A game-changing event might occur if Shiba Inu is indeed added to this reserve, which could drive its price to absolutely unthinkable heights. Do you recall the analyst's forecast that we discussed in our last video? Will the price of Shiba Inu increase to $1? That may actually happen. This isn't just another fleeting hype cycle or transitory boost. Many people could become overnight billionaires as a result of this kind of incident. Consider what might happen if the U.S. government actively purchased and held a significant quantity of Shiba Inu. In addition to raising demand, that kind of institutional support would firmly establish Shiba Inu's position in the financial industry like nothing else has. The problem is that we already know that Shiba Inu is not considered a security by the U.S. government. Since it meant Shiba Inu wouldn't be subject to the same regulatory scrutiny as some other cryptocurrencies, that was already a big success for the ecosystem. A whole new level of legitimacy, however, might pave the way for even greater things if the government does take the step to include Shiba Inu in its strategic reserve. This degree of acknowledgement, adoption, and credibility could make Shiba Inu impossible to overlook. And if that occurs, consider the potential implications for all of us. A cryptocurrency that began as a meme and has grown to such a size that the U.S. government itself finds value in owning it. That would be enormous. It would attract attention from institutions and regular investors alike in the financial industry. There could be amazing repercussions for the whole cryptocurrency industry as well as for Shiba Inu. Therefore, if everything goes as many have hoped, we may be witnessing something historic. A change that not only creates a stir, but also fundamentally alters the course of Shiba Inu's and the cryptocurrency industry's destiny. Going back, though, we ought to appreciate this pump for what it is at the moment. For Shiba Inu owners, it's a good time regardless of what occurs next. One analyst went so far as to say that this is significant for anyone currently holding Shiba Inu. According to on-chain data, 41 trillion Shiba Inu coins are now back in the green, which means that many investors are at last making money.